Okay, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. As you already know, this is your U.S. General 5-drawer tool cart with side tray and deep compartment. Today is Saturday, all right? As you can see, we still over at the storage unit, all right? This is going to be a special update to the video that was put out earlier today, okay? To keep update on the modification and basically where I'm at in the process, all right? But as I always state, as usual, I always keep my signature lingering somewhere in the background. My Dunkin' Donuts coffee. You already know. Okay? So pretty much I'm about to get the contents to the top of the tool cart so that we can get a good visual as far as where we at now in the modifications. So I ain't gonna hold you up too much more longer. We're gonna jump right into it. So walk with me. Let's get it. Okay, so now as you can see, we basically got this process of elimination technically out the way, and this is how the two magnetic power cordless tool organizers will technically look towards the back end of the cart. Okay, so as you can see, I do have three cordless impacts to one side and technically three pneumatic impacts actually to the opposite end, as you can see over here. Okay, so what particular guns that would had not normally fit, all right, as you can see, the 1/2 inch drive is located towards the far left, all right, and towards the center you have your 3/8 stubby, all right. Over here, as you can see, now I actually placed a 1/4 inch hex driver here. Okay, so in the last previous video, when I was showing the 3/8 titanium 215 Ti, now you can see towards the far right hand side how everything is now sitting a whole lot much more flush, and how the handle is technically against the back portion of the subframe. Okay, another thing that I want you to take notice to, testically compared to the last previous video, okay, is how the Milwaukee 1/2 inch is now sitting. Okay, it's sitting more deeper inside the compartment. I've technically filed that area off, where that now it's all the way down. Okay, as you can see, I did put masking tape around the portion that was filed out, okay, at the prior moment, so that it doesn't scrape up the protective boot and things like that, so that when I technically go to lay the foam drawer liner and the Husky Perma Grip, okay, that will technically be laid over a molding that will surround that area, okay. But I will get like sandpaper or something like that and smoothing off the areas. But this is just technically just to go to show you, all the pneumatic impact guns and cordless guns that weren't capable of fitting, in these Husky magnetic power cordless tool organizers. Now you can see the modifications here. Okay, now the next process of elimination that I need to get to is locking the tool. Okay, so now this is time where the drilling comes into play, where okay, it has to be tacked here and tacked towards the back, and the same thing down here. Okay, then once that process is done with, as you can see how I have masking tape, okay, towards this side, and as you can see, I already have the holes ready, to be drilled and established in the areas that I need them for, in order for the extensions from the left to the right hand side, okay, so that you can fit the extra tools to the side. Okay, just as well as the drilling has to be done down here also for the M12 power supply. When it comes to the M18 power supply, as you can see down here, you have these two holes that is accessible, so the mounts will technically go here. You'll get one here, so you'll get basically two per unit, which will enable you to have basically 4 M18 mounts, and then you have the M12, which is 3 holsters to the left hand side, and 3 holsters to the right hand side. Okay, so like I said, it still got my work cut out for me, right? Still getting to it, still moving along. All right, this is just a goal to show you, because while I'm doing the work, I don't have a tripod stand, to record while I'm demonstrating all the work. So I'm holding a tablet, so I'm basically trying to give you the content the best way that I technically can. All right, until things is properly finished. Okay. Okay, so basically, just to give you a visual to how your M18 power supply, okay, and power solutions would technically connect, all right, to each holster. At the moment, I don't have them actually mounted, but I just laid them out just to give you a good idea. Like I said, they're slotted with 3 holes, but technically these 2 hole measurements right here line up directly to these 2 bottom centers. Okay, once this is locked in, it doesn't technically need the 3rd screw at the top, because once you lock it in very firm. Okay, with particular fasteners that actually have a nut that you can tighten down from the back end side. Okay, so basically, this is how things would technically look. Like I said, I just laid them out against the magnetic cordless tool organizers just to give you a visual idea. Okay, so that when you take a look at the back of the cart and it's time for you to reach for a particular M18 battery, it's just nothing for you to just walk along. Okay, and snatch and go. Okay, just as well as everything being at hand's reach, depending upon your applications and what type of work that you do. All right, let's move along. All right, moving along. Another quick thing to mention. Okay, this is also going to be important because, as you can see, this stencil, okay, that was cut and designed and modified in my first modification for the first Husky magnetic power cordless tool organizer that I actually connected to the side of the cart. As you can see, it has it exact direct measurements. Okay, how this is basically created, as you can see, the upper portion. Okay, you basically get the right dimensions, right? And what you do is you place it from up underneath. Okay, you can either place it from up underneath or you can place it on top. Okay, then what you basically do is you take the magnetic power cordless tool organizer and you flip it upside down. Okay, so that the portion of your stencil would be flush like this, and then you would have the magnetic cordless tool organizer flipped upside down, and what you just basically do is take a razor or a box cutter and cut out your inserts. Okay, but now since the modification has changed, as you can see, when it comes to the 1/2 inch drive and the 3/8 stubby, just as well is this titanium 1/2 inch drive impact. Okay, now the dimension and the size is different. Okay, so now the next following step is the same process. Okay, with taking these guns out, flipping everything back over, and getting the proper stencil, okay, reorganized for the correct dimensions of each tool, so that it eliminates the process when it's time to lay out the draw liner, okay, towards the top all the way along. Okay, and with the stencil, okay, you will have each insert, okay, established. Same thing when it comes to the Husky Permagrip, okay, which is that mesh drawer tool liner, because I tend to have everything as one entire strip, not in 2 separate units, even though there are technically 2 separate units here. Okay, that Husky Permagrip, right, which is a mesh material, is the same material that you see here, okay, that I used on my handles, just as well as all my drawers, okay, from top to bottom, all have this mesh grip lining. Same thing down here with the magnetic power cordless tool organizer. The lighting is not too well over in this particular area of the storage unit at the moment, because in order for me to get light, I'm using, as you can see, my Milwaukee underhood light to illuminate, okay, the area in order to give you the content daily. All right. But if you follow the content and you follow the videos, okay, you will be able to see um, this Husky Perma Grip, just as well as I was explaining, okay, about the drilling in the holes that need to be established from the right side to the left side over there, where that you would have two extra tools extending along this top, which you can see there's 6 units. So it doesn't take a genius to figure I'm definitely going to get 8 units towards the top, and I'm going to have two separate chargers over there and one long multi-system rapid charger over here. Okay, but for these same holes that are technically established right here, that's where these go. Okay, so this is just, to go to show you, I've been talking about this modification for quite some while. I've been waiting to get to this. At the prior moment, you're only getting the first visual look of things, okay? When I actually get like everything done, because I will be doing like little custom touch-up painting in certain particular areas, that's going to be very noticeable also, just as well as the decal work, that I tend to do towards the back end side of the cart. Because when you get the presentation from the top and the front of the cart, the red, it stands out, quite well on this particular cart. But now you have to understand there's a whole back end side of the cart, okay? When I finish this cart, you won't technically be able to tell which side is the front, because both sides is going to look, the presentation of the cart is technically going to look totally different. All right, but that's just basically, what it is. This is just some ideas that are out there, to basically help you, free up some space, try to get as much equipment, accessible to you at hand's reach. As you can see, I have other modifications where that you see other tools and other items that would normally take up space in some of your service carts and things of that nature. But as I go along, I'm freeing up the space in order to be able to introduce other equipment to these particular drawers. Okay, if you notice, everything is up top. Okay, in most service carts, the way that individuals work, a lot of times at their bottom compartment, they keep a lot of equipment. If you notice, I never really have too much equipment at the bottom. So you would probably assume with all the tools that are technically in the cart is that the cart is top heavy. This is for what reason why I changed the casters, okay, to 8-inch high performance swivel locking casters, okay. These locking casters also change the presentation of this particular cart, okay. Okay, so pretty much, I'm about to wrap this part of the video up. Like I stated, I still got a lot to get through, all right? Still moving along, still getting to it, still getting busy, all right? I still got, my work cut out for me. There's still quite a few other things that I technically need to get in hand, to finish getting the work done. I should be finished with this, in the next few days or so that when the full project is done, I'm going to be able to give you the content, give you a first eyes visual, just as well as the work being done firsthand. All right. So like I always state, this is your US General 5-drawer tool cart with side tray and D compartment. Everybody enjoy your weekend out there. Keep it a safe and a blessed one as always. To that next tool review, that next tool haul, that next modification video. We gonna check you later. Peace.